Welcome to AI in Business. I'm James Anderson and this channel breaks down AI for business owners. What's happening, what's relevant and what it means for your business. You've probably heard the term AI agents by now. It is being termed as the next big thing for business. But what actually is an AI agent? And more importantly, could it help your business? The honest answer is that most of what you've heard is a mix of genuine innovation and outright hype. Let me give you the clear, practical breakdown you need so you can separate what matters from what does not. So what is an AI agent? An AI agent is a software that acts on your behalf rather than just answering questions. So let me break this down in plain English. A chatbot, like ChatGPT, is reactive. You ask it something, it responds, it waits for you to prompt it every single time. Think of it like a very knowledgeable colleague who will only help when you come to their desk and ask a question. An AI agent is different. You give it a goal and it works towards that goal on its own. It does not need you to hold its hand through every step. Here's a simple way to think about it. Imagine having an assistant who would handle things for you. They would go away, work on tasks, come back when it was done, or flag any issues along the way. An AI agent is essentially that, except it's software, not a person. Now here's how it actually works. You give the agent an objective, something like research our competitors and put together a summary, go through these customer emails and categorize them by priority, or find available meeting times next week. We can schedule calendar invites. The agent will then go away and figure out the steps needed to get there. It might search the web, read documents, send emails, or update a spreadsheet. And it keeps working until the goal is reached, or it hits a problem it can't solve. The key difference from a chatbot is autonomy. A chatbot is like a conversation. An agent is a task completion system. Why does it matter for business then? Well, let me explain why it matters for your business. Most of us are spending far too much time on tasks that should not need our direct involvement. Answering the same customer questions over and over, chasing invoices, scheduling appointments, updating spreadsheets, processing orders, the list goes on and on. These are exactly the kind of tasks where an AI agent can step in and handle things automatically. Here is why it matters right now. Research from McKinsey estimates that AI could automate roughly 30% of the current work tasks across the economy. For a small business with 5 people, that's like getting a 6-team member for free. Not by hiring more staff, not by working longer hours, by letting software handle the repetitive stuff. Now let me give you some concrete examples across different sectors. If you run a retail business, an agent could monitor your inventory levels and automatically reorder stock when quantities drop below a threshold. It updates your records without you touching a keyboard. If you run a professional service firm, an agent could sort and prioritize incoming inquiries, schedule consultations based on availability, and send reminder emails to clients. If you run a trades business, an agent could handle booking inquiries, match jobs to available costs, and send job details to your team. The sectors where this makes the most obvious impact right now are customer service, admin, data entry, scheduling, calendar management, invoicing, financial processing, marketing follow-ups, inventory management. But honestly, any business with a repetitive process that follows consistent rules has an opportunity here. So what does it look like in practice? Let me walk you through what this actually looks like. Imagine you run a small accounting firm. You have a general inquiries email address, something like info@yourcompany.co.uk. Every day, new emails land in the inbox. Some people are asking about your specific services, some want to know your prices, some are asking if you serve their area, and some are existing clients with questions about their accounts. Right now, someone in your team will manage that and they'll read every single one of those emails, figure out what the person wants and either answer it or forward it to the right person. That takes time every single day. That is hours per week just spent on sorting routine emails. Now, here is where an AI agent would come in. When a new email arrives, the agent reads it, categorizes it, and takes the next step. If someone is asking about your services, the agent sends them your pricing sheet, if you train it that way, and a brief introduction. If someone is asking about an existing client matter, the agent forwards it to the appropriate account manager, and flags it as urgent or routine. If someone is asking something the agent cannot answer, however, it will flag it for human review. And that is the reality of what an agent can do today. It's not a magic robot. It's a software that follows the rules you set, makes decisions based on those rules, and takes action without you needing to be involved in every single step. And the same logic applies elsewhere. A construction company could have an agent collate weekly site updates from every project into a single summary for the project manager, a task that would normally take someone an hour or two done in seconds. A retail business could have an agent answering order status questions and processing basic returns automatically by connecting the inventory system. The common thread here is repetition. Tasks that happen regularly, follow consistent patterns, and require the same base logic every time. That is the kind of work that agents are perfect for. And to be clear, this is not about replacing staff. It's about removing the repetitive drudgery that eats up their time so they can focus on the valuable work that you actually hired them for. Every hour your team spends on tasks a piece of software could handle this is an hour they're not spending on your customers, your team, or growing your business. And that is the real opportunity here. So how to think about this? Now let me give you a simple framework for evaluating whether AI agents are worth exploring in your business. Ask yourself these 3 questions. 1. Do you have repetitive tasks that follow consistent rules? 2. Would automating those tasks save you meaningful time without creating unacceptable risk? 3. Can you start small? You do not need to transform your entire operation. Pick one process, test it, and expand it from there. Even simple agents need someone checking on them first, so make sure that is covered. A great starting place with agents is looking at the marketing function because it's non-sensitive, it's fairly generic. We've built like marketing agents and marketing processes for companies whereby what they do is they'll look at your brand guidelines, your company content structure, and then it can produce blog posts or social media posts or images or whatever relating to your business that can be posted online to social media channels, to your website, all the rest of it. This is a really easy, low-hanging, low-risk fruit that you can test AI on in your business. On the hype versus reality question, here is the honest truth. A lot of what you hear about agents is overblown. The technology has genuinely improved, but many of the use cases being promoted are either technically complex and are not yet reliable enough for most businesses. The real opportunity is the boring, predictable, repetitive stuff. Where agents struggle is anything that requires real judgment, nuance, or context that changes frequently. Handling a sensitive customer complaint, negotiating a deal, making a strategic decision, those need a person. But the routine operational tasks, this is where agents deliver real value today. A common question I get is whether there is a real person behind the agent, and the answer to that is no. Not in the way people imagine. There's no human sitting there doing the work. It's software. But that software can connect to real tools and systems, which means it can actually perform actions in your business, not just talk about them. On costs, you're looking at 2 main areas. First, the tools themselves. Many agent platforms charge per task or per month, ranging from free or basic versions up to a few £100s a month for more capable ones. Second, if you need help setting it up, a developer could build a simple agent in a few hours. More complex integrations take longer, obviously, but the key is really to start simple. Security is a real valid concern. When you give an agent access to your systems, you are trusting it with the data and permissions. Start with low-risk processes like the marketing one I mentioned. Don't hand it access to your bank accounts on day one. Use it for something like summarizing your calendar or drafting routine emails first. As you build confidence, you can expand more of the sensitive areas. And just to mention, AI in business, we actually do AI audits for business where we can actually come in. You might have some ideas or processes and we can sort of suggest options and we can even integrate these for you within your business. So if that's something you're interested in, please click on the link below and you can book a free 15-minute discovery meeting with myself and we can have a quick chat. So the distilled takeaway. AI agents are software that act on your behalf, not just respond to questions. If you have repetitive processes that follow consistent rules, they could genuinely save you time and money. Start simple, keep oversight in place, and be realistic about what they can and cannot do. So if that episode was useful, please subscribe. I post new videos on AI topics regularly. If you want to go deeper onto how AI applies to your business, I have videos on specific tools, real use cases, and implementation strategies. Just check out some of my other episodes and playlists on the channel. If you're ready to explore where AI could fit into your business, please, as I mentioned, book an AI audit through the link in the description. I'll look at your operations, identify the best opportunities, and give you a clear roadmap. No jargon, no pressure, just honest recommendations. See you in the next one.